Imagine a kid at school who rewrites the classroom rules. He posts them on the wall. Rule 1, no religion in school. That's what it says. That's what it's always said. That's what the whole system was built on. Then one day he crosses out Rule 1, writes his own, pins it over the top, and when somebody points to the original, he says that's not what it means. Here comes Pete Hegseth from the Pentagon, where the Constitution is framed on the wall. Watch this drive.
All the nations represented in this room are offsprings of Western civilization. Our nations are and always will be united by our heritage, our history, and geography in this new world. We share the same interests. And because of this, we face an essential test. Whether our nations will be and remain Western nations with distinct characteristics, Christian nations under God.
The last time a government fused military pageantry with a state religion and told citizens, the other side served false gods. Historians have a word for that, several words actually. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. The founders weren't vague about this. Thomas Jefferson called it a wall of separation between church and state. James Madison, a man who actually wrote the Constitution, warned that mixing religion and government corrupts both. He said it would turn faith into a political weapon and government into a pulpit. The government of the United States of America is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion. This document is a few years old. Hegseth invited Doug Wilson, a self-described paleo-confederate, who has argued that wives should submit to their husbands, that women should be denied the vote, and that Christian enslavers were on firm scriptural ground to lead a worship service at the Pentagon. America was built by people fleeing state religion. All came to a country whose founding document begins by promising that no government will ever tell you how to pray, or whether to pray, or who to pray to. That was the deal. That was the whole point. Hegseth told the crowd, "We are not in woke we trust. We are in God we trust." And soldiers serve under the oath to the Constitution. Some of those soldiers are Muslims. Some of those soldiers are Jewish. Some are atheists. Some are the children and grandchildren of the immigrants Hegseth spent the same speech warning about. The very first rule the founders wrote was, the government doesn't get to pick a religion. Not a suggestion, the first rule. Pete Hegseth stood in front of an army honor guard at a Christian convention and told the crowd that every policy he supports is biblical. The Constitution said one nation. He just divided it and called it God's work.